everyone. This is Michelle Grimolia, the President and CEO here at Woodland Pond at New Paltz, and today is Tuesday, October 18th, 2022. I have a lot for you today. First and foremost, I would like to thank the ArtScope Committee and most especially Al Chasen for your service during the last 7 years in bringing such a beautiful vision to light. Last night's event was astounding. I wish the room would have been a little bit more full. You all missed out if you didn't make it. If you have not seen the art pieces of your neighbors, please do visit the PAC. Just unbelievable stories, unbelievable passion, unbelievable work. So congratulations to Al and to ArtScope. Al, thank you for your work over the last 7 years and best of luck in your semi-retirement or second semi-retirement, I guess we should say. The next thing I'd like to mention is there's a good possibility that today or sometime this week, we will be having an active threat or what we call a lockdown drill. This is coordinated with the New Paltz Police Department. Many of you attended the session in the PAC last week with New Paltz Police Chief Rob Lucchese, and it was discussed that it's appropriate that we periodically do what we call an active threat or lockdown drill. In school districts or other places, you may hear this referred to as an active shooter drill. But essentially, this is different from a fire drill, which of course we do regularly anyway. But this is a situation of, what do we do? What does the staff do? What do the residents do? What do visitors do in the event that primarily the building or the campus is infiltrated by some sort of an active threat? And this would be in the form of, a rogue individual, a disgruntled employee. It could be a wild animal that gets in. It's not unheard of, but it's something that's an active threat on campus that is not related to a fire or a flood or those kinds of things. And it's important that we drill on them. If you are informed that we are having an active threat or lockdown drill, you will either hear those referred to as a code yellow. You may hear a code yellow called over one of the maintenance radios or one of our radios. You may hear a code yellow called over the PA system, which is located in all of the community spaces. And most importantly, you should receive communication on either your home phone, your cell phone, in either the form of a phone call or a text or both, or on your computer via email, that we are having some sort of an active threat or lockdown drill or a code yellow. So in the event that we have one of those this week or today, a few things you need to keep in mind. First and foremost, shelter in place. I cannot emphasize that enough. If you are notified in any way, whether you're walking in the hall and someone's carrying a megaphone and they say code yellow or I gotcha, it's not an active threat really, it's a drill, but we need you to shelter in place and we need you to stay put, find the safest location in the location that you're in, follow the instructions that are provided to you either by our staff or by the New Paltz Police Department that will be present during such drills. If you are in your apartment or in a common space area, those kinds of things, stay put and await instruction. Or, if you're in your apartment or in the PAC or so, you can certainly close the doors, but you need to stay put. We don't want you going into the halls to try to get to your apartment, running outside. These are protocols that have been developed over the years, not by Woodland Pond and not just by local New Paltz law enforcement, but by many, many law enforcement agencies and governmental agencies that have studied these active kinds of threats and realized what do we need to do to keep ourselves as safe as possible. So it's important that we drill them. There will no doubt be things that come from the drills that we will learn from. Most importantly today, if you do not get notification either on your landline, your cell phone, an email, a text to your cell phone, or a staff member does not inform you if you're out in the public areas, we need to know that. we need to make sure that all of the residents, particularly in independent living and assisted living, have access to messaging from our alert system. We need you to be connected either on a landline, a cell phone, a text, or an email, so that when we do have an emergency like this, we can get in touch with you with the touch of a button. So please pay attention today or during the week. If you do not get a notification on any of those means of communication from us about an active threat or a lockdown drill, and then let concierge or reception know, we need to make sure that we get you added to those communication forms. Very, very important. And we will learn from this. After the drill, we will meet with the police department and our staff and identify our list of to-do items to make the next drill even better. So a lot to learn here, and just to be on the lookout for that. While you're waiting around for a lockdown or active threat drill, it would be fantastic if you could complete your Activated Insights Woodland Pond Satisfaction Survey. And this is applicable to the assisted living, independent living, and garden view residents. Skilled nursing has a different survey process. At this point, all of you that I just mentioned should have received a link to your email or your cell phone to perform the survey. Yesterday, when I looked, roughly 29% of you had already completed them, and I'm so appreciative of that, but we really would like to get to 100%. The activities staff will be assisting those in assisted living and garden view that need help. In independent living, if you have not received a link, you have no idea what I'm talking about, but you would like to complete a survey, we have staff and also resident volunteers to help you, and we have the computers to do it. So please do sign up with concierge if you need assistance with your survey. We have another week and a half to get those completed, and we really would like to make sure that we get as many of those done as possible, and we are here to help. Lots of calendar stuff in the next couple of days. So tomorrow in the afternoon, we have a 1:30 management Q&A. So we do this in the PAC. This is open to all residents, not just independent living. Tomorrow, probably two primary topics, if I had to guess. One will be a revisiting of active threat and lockdown drill. We'll go over those details again tomorrow, most likely at the management Q&A. But also, I'm going to be providing a financial outlook for 2023. As you all know, our budgets have to come together and be completed by November 1st. So this is the time of year that we normally have an idea of what the following year is going to look like. And of course, next year is looking challenging. I'm sure you're all very aware that inflation is continuing to go up. Utility prices, I'm sure you have heard, are going through the roof. And there's just lots of pressures on us. I'd like to really kind of go through that tomorrow at the management Q&A. And then Christy Battistoni on Thursday, I believe at 2 p.m. Let me check my calendar. Will be presenting at the Resident Association meeting. I'm sorry, 3 p.m. Thursday at 3 p.m. in the PAC. Christy will be, our Director of Finance, will be presenting on financial results here year to date, talking some more about what to expect for next year, and then also talking a bit about Medicare and choices during open enrollment. That's going to be a very important one. So tomorrow at 1:30, important management Q&A in the PAC, and then 3 p.m. on Thursday, a resident association meeting that will be focused on finances in the PAC as well. Also on the calendar in the next 2 days, really, really important and really, really special. Our political affairs committee has been able to gather a number of local political candidates to come and do an informal Q&A with a moderator. So the way that this is going to work is that the candidates for each race in our district have been invited to come, and they're coming in order of when they were able to come. There's no party division in terms of when they're coming. We need to make sure everything is very balanced. Invitations have gone to all parties and all opponents, and we have. So tomorrow night, which is Wednesday the 19th, you would be able to attend an informal Q&A from 7 p.m. until 8:30 p.m. and see the Democratic representative for the New York State Assembly, which is Sarah Hannah Shrestha. I'm butchering that. The Democratic candidate for the New York Senate, which is Michelle Hinchey, the Republican candidate for the Ulster County Executive, who is Jim Quigley, the Democratic candidate for Ulster County Sheriff, Juan Figueroa, and he's actually running unopposed, and the Republican candidate for Congress, Colin Schmidt. On Thursday, from 7 until 8:30 p.m. in the PAC, you will be able to see the Republican candidate for the New York State Assembly, which is Patrick Sheehan, the Republican candidate for New York State Senate, Sue Serino, the Democratic candidate for Ulster County Executive, which is Jen Metzger, and the Democratic candidate for U.S. Congress, which is Pat Ryan. So really important. I hope that everyone comes out really, truly. We need to show these candidates, regardless of what party that you are voting for or which candidate that you're interested in, we need to show these folks how important the value of voting and the power of your vote is to Woodland Pond and our people. So I'm asking you all to attend in person, both nights if you can, 7 p.m. in the PAC, tomorrow night and Thursday night. And congratulations and thank you to the Political Affairs Committee for organizing that. We will be recording those sessions and making them available on YouTube. However, I think the power is in the numbers there, and I hope that you all do put those on your calendars. Concierge has asked me to remind everyone that we absolutely have to have you sign up if you plan on going on shopping trips on Wednesdays and Saturdays. If we do not have folks signed up, we cancel the trips. So please make sure that if you are planning on going to shopping on Wednesdays or Saturdays that you sign up with Concierge. Another Concierge sign up, we are working with the Sustainability Committee on a really significant effort in energy reduction, and that's going to start with an LED light swap in independent living. So we are going to be procuring a variety of different types of LED lights, different Kelvin grades, different sizes, different shapes, and we are going to be working with you all to try and switch out any incandescent bulbs that you have to LEDs over the next coming months. We will be explaining more about costs and those kinds of things as we go forward here. We're still working through that a bit, but we would really like to get to the place where all of our consumer bulbs and Woodland Pond bulbs are LED within a year, if not sooner. But we need some volunteers. So if you are interested in helping us physically swap bulbs, Tom is trying to put together a team of 6 to 8 volunteers. And, you know, it's not going to be a huge push right away. It's going to be trial and error initially, but if you're interested in having a winter project that has a meaningful, measurable impact on Woodland Pond and on the environment, and participating on the LED light swap team sounds like a fantastic way to do that, and I would encourage you to consider that. Congratulations to our Residents Council incoming new members. The nominating committee held a successful election, and starting January 1st, the following folks will take vacant positions on the Residents Council. That's Ina Pottorff, Irvin Boucher, Alice Ruffing, and Yakov Pittman will make a return performance to the council. So congratulations to those candidates, and thank you to the nominating committee. Just a couple last notes on dining. So very, very exciting technology outside of the dining room, the main dining room. If you have not seen it yet, or if you have not used it yet, right to the side of the hostess station, there is a machine, and it's called the Happy or Not machine. And if you look at it, it looks just like a stoplight. Red means not so happy, green means quite pleased. And you are welcome to utilize that system after any meal or anything that you consume at Woodland Pond. So if you go to the pub, you go to lunch, you go to dinner, and you just hit either wasn't so thrilled with it or liked it or somewhere in between, and then you'll be given options to be able to give feedback. And those feedbacks come right to our computers. So when I came into work yesterday, I found out that a couple of you were not happy that we did not have lox at brunch, but we didn't announce it ahead of time. Totally understandable. But this gives us the power of real-time feedback. I beg all of you to use that system, become comfortable with it, ask any of us to help you, because it literally gives your feedback in an anonymous format to us, right to our desks in real time. I can also get reports. I can look at general trends. We can look and see, let's see, we introduced a new menu item for dinner tonight. We can find out, was it a hit? And we can do it right away. So please, it's a fun technology. It's really simple to use. It's right there at your fingertips. Ask any of us for help, and please do use that Happy or Not system. This is another way that we're going to continue to elevate our dining program, and we hope that you use it. We've got about 75 days or so until the end of the year, which means you have got about 75 days to use up your declines in the dining room. And we are going to allow individuals to roll over $300 and couples to roll over $600, but please be cognizant of your balances. We encourage you to invite family. That's a great way for you to utilize that money and have a really nice experience. Invite friends from out of town, treat your table, go to lunch when you might not normally have, go buy soup in the pub. It's one of the best things we offer at Woodland Pond. But do just keep in mind that December 31st, it will be $300 allowed to roll over for an individual and $600 for a couple. I believe that that is all that I have for today. It seems like a lot. We will get this posted up to our YouTube channel and circulated to everyone. And just remember, if you hear that we're having a code yellow or a lockdown drill or an active threat drill, shelter in place, shelter in place. Thank you.